Much, 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 much love and light collective. My goodness, it seems kind of strange being on one of these things. What are they called again? Oh, a live stream, right? Welcome to the live stream, you guys. It has been a while. For me personally, I don't know, maybe y'all didn't miss a step there, but I feel like, shoot, if I'm being honest, I feel like in certain respects, I like tripped, fell down, and went through a few rabbit holes before I resurfaced. And that's just me sharing because I still care for my collective. Don't you dare get that twisted. I love each and every one of you. Much, much love and light. All right. So I just realized the audio was not to the level that I intended for that. So hopefully, for those that maybe couldn't hear, I love you. Okay. Maybe you didn't hear that enough today. So I don't mind saying it. I love you guys. And I'm happy to be back on. Love and light, Sky. Much love and light, babe. So yeah, we could talk about a whole bunch of stuff, right? Not really interested in just anything today or anymore, right? Really got to be mindful to craft what you are taking in and what you are consenting to. Again, the word is consent. Another word out there you could throw around that also starts with C is control. And you do have a bit of that, even in times where you feel like you've got none. All right? I promise. So don't give up. And, I don't mind coming on here, you guys. This does me well. I would like to claim the same for you, right? Hopefully that's why you're giving the video a chance for those that maybe don't know me yet. All right. And much love and light, Maria Grace. Thank you. I am well. And hopefully the same for you too. Of course, of course. It's been a while, and I definitely missed each and every one of you. But guess what? You're always in my heart. All right. Can't say always on my mind because I got so much going on there, right? So I won't say it that way, but damn sure always in my heart, and I promise you that. Okay. So for those that were missing the live stream activity, me too. Okay. And it is what it is, right? So a lot of things have been going on. I'm not the only one. I'm not unmindful of that. However, I'm sure that a few of you are wondering some things about the timeline. Gosh, isn't that a funny word? Gosh, how many of those have we jumped since our last live stream, perhaps? Might be the best question for the day. But I digress. Okay. Long story short, life be life in sometimes, and there were some instances, there were some losses, and et cetera, and a bunch of beautiful things too. Gosh, I feel like I'm still reeling to catch up, to even bring some, most, half, or all of what I could possibly share today with you. And so, fault me not. Some aspects I've not, me still being obedient to spirit, been able to allow for the collective to be privy to. Very much excited about it nonetheless. And I thank you for those that don't need to know and are excited for your girl and the channel nonetheless, just the same. All right. And me too, you guys. I'm sure, I expect that you have a lot that you could share with me, right? You might want to say some of it is bad and ugly, but you might also have some good and fabulous things to kind of give a testimony about, or at least, a remembrance of how you're able to still be grateful even in current times and in spite of current energy. And tonight we have 3 piles, you guys, right? And I just want to make note of this before I forget to. I personally saw that piles 2 and 3 may very well be connected. And we're not even talking in the sense of a love connection. So serious, just current energies, but also, most importantly, all right, here's our crafting, our focus, our forward focus, what we have to look forward to. And I figured it might be maybe be, okay, a very timely message. So I do hope that in spite of how long or not, maybe during this evening session, you have to wait for your freebie, because I'm still gifting out the freebies, you guys. All right, no worries there. You're going to have to wait for the bell. All right, just like old times, I promise. Okay, but in a good way, not a toxic, bad, painful, and begrudging way, right? And I bring up those energies to again call to remembrance of what we're no longer tolerating, looking to magnify, right? And or consenting to participate in. Remember, you do have the ability to consent or not. And that's regarding people, places, things, ideations, associations, thoughts, feelings, even, right? Many of us know, okay, my A1 day ones, we talk about this often on the channel throughout its history, that sometimes even emotions can fail us. They can lie, right? Oh, you're all alone in this world. And I get it. Many of us, all right, in many ways don't have a lot of people in physicality, in meat suits, in musculoskeletal senses, right? Walking around, sitting around, shooting the breeze. I get that. Does not automatically equate to you being alone, to be clear. And quite fortunately, not at all. For anyone wondering, or perhaps for anyone who needed a reminder, we are never alone, in spite of whether or not we can see anyone or anything. All right, so take some solace in that. That wasn't meant to be freaky or nothing, right? Again, your perception will allow for you to have a good, great, mid, or horrific experience about pretty much anything that you could experience in this thing we call life. All right, so be mindful to be only a willing participant. Okay, if it feels bad, you got to stop, identify, and ask yourself, why are we still participating in this? Right? Sometimes you could find that the participation in the we comes from not only you, but also someone you love. Why are we doing this? This feels bad. This is counterproductive. Should we continue this conversation? Should we continue to remain in these current energies as they now stand after we've stopped to identify, does this feel good? Do we consent? Right? Live your life in such a way where it makes sense for you, collective. And you've got to definitely be aware and checked into you firstly in order to do just that successfully, to be clear. Not a doom and gloom, just offering you as clear and concise of advice as I'm currently able to. Hopefully someone got that, okay? I'm going to replay it back and I'm going to get it too, I'm sure. All right? Don't you worry. We're in this together, you guys. I'm not on a soapbox. I don't even have a microphone, okay? But much love and light, you guys. Been walking in faith. Yes, Mark, is it Mark Travis? You know what? I almost saw Travis, not to be funny with your name or anything, because names matter to me. But I saw it as Travels. Mark Travels. And you're talking about your walking. Where are you going? Did you get specific about that, Mark? I hope you did, because you deserve to get specific and also to get what you got specific about. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Living like Crayon Eater said this. Yes. Catch the free game, you guys, and enjoy the vibes. That's the intent. You know what's so funny, Pigeon? In order for you to actually throw any of that my way, you would have had to turn your face from the source. It's interesting that you risked that on such an individual as myself. It's really interesting that you should walk amongst hell, touting that you know the way to heaven. Much love and light and revelation to you, Pigeon 4, whatever the hell else your name, you're touting it to be as, under the guise of source, light code, energy, that even has anything to do with divinity, because you are the anti that. Unless you should repent. You know the rest, babe. Much love and light. Love and light, Cassandra. I miss being on here. I promise you guys. Definitely was not my intention every day to be like, hey, definitely not going to be on the live stream. Definitely not going to be loving and lighting. Definitely not going to be sharing my gifts, right? Could you step off, Pigeon? Because why would you be on here talking to anything or anyone when you could do what you do in the church, in the streets, according to God's own agenda? It ain't here, babe. You can get blocked. It ain't here. It's not here. I'm so sorry. It's not here. Okay, Cassandra, no worries. No worries. No. If you're coming on here to spam, you could just have your own channel. And one by one by one, you could have your own collective. And you have free will, quite fortunately or unfortunately, to share whatever you'd like to share to that collective. And we'll let karma sort it out. How about that? I'm not here preaching. I just a few minutes ago said I'm not even on a soapbox with a microphone. And you're not here helping for anyone to feel loved, included, beyond anything other than attacked when you share words of advice like that. I could see if I came on here and I said, you know, how dare you ever set foot in a church, and how dare... I'm not on it like that, so you don't need to be. And I do pray for your revelation, because I've been in the church. I've taught in the church. And I won't say I regret it, because it's allowed for me to understand what I definitely know I do know and have known for a while. And of course, as I continued on being serious with my own walk with God, the actual source, which is not born out of lies. Yeah. But it's a bit of a trip. And you know what? I'm not going to judge you for judging me. Because here's the sitch. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing. And I've been there too. I've been there too. And you know what? The divinity has far more grace than I'm sure. Because I've been on that other side and have received it. And that's how I know. So thank you for the reminder, Pigeon 4, whatever the hell else the thing is. I don't have my glasses, so. But love and light, okay? Hopefully you get something out of this if you're going to stay. If you're going to stay, keep it respectful. And I'll do the same. All right. Anywho, let's get to the good vibes, why we came. I don't know what the hell that was about, but we're going to move on. And I'm going to ring my bell because I'm not playing. God made bells too. Go figure. Anyways. So pile number 1. All right. We're going to get into the freebie. But right now I'm going to have to do a bit of energy work just to get the vibe back up. And I'd rather just go on ahead because I also have a schedule today. But I thought I might come on here just to spread some good vibes, to be clear. Good vibes. All right. And I don't have a lot of time at the moment. Okay. So I do have to kind of ramrod through this. I don't hate anybody. I'm not hating on anybody. But I am here to give the message. Make it happen. Ooh, I love it. All right. So here's the sitch. Pile number 1. What you have to look forward to is you actually achieving something. All right. And whatever it is something you really want. And whatever it is, even if you go, well, it's what I want, but it's also scary because it's also bigger than me. Yeah, that. Okay. So pile number 1, if this is your pile, you're going to resonate with at least that much. Okay. You can't really get beyond intending to get somewhere, intending to do something, intending to perform out an act, a mission, a message, perhaps, right? But at the same time, your trusting your intuition is getting in the way, isn't it? Yeah, because you're not actually trusting it. Holding you back at the page level, okay? When you could be advancing. And maybe there is some aspect to, well, I could go here, here, and here. Maybe there is some aspect to being at a crossroads, right? At the same time, once you kind of like chill out a bit and actually start trusting your intuition, then you're in that temperance energy. And what does it lead to? All hell breaking loose? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Does any of that look like hell breaking loose or hell at all? Absolutely not. Okay, so when you want to actually start interjecting things like might be hell breaking loose, might be algae, might be something to have to run from, might be something to have to walk away from. Yeah, there is that ideation, that lie. Walk away from that. Not what you're building, not what you're intending to do, not what you've submitted, not what you've applied for, right? Not what you filed. Don't walk away from that. You are in alignment, okay? And the divine doesn't ask us to do anything at all that it isn't already willing to meet us way, way, way more than halfway about. So trust in divine as well. For what? The new beginning. For what? For some of you, what you've been fighting for. Get grateful as if it has happened. Don't wait until it happens to be grateful. And that's pile number 1. That's what you have to look forward to, pile number 1. So get grateful now, I would. Just saying, if that pile resonated. All right. If that pile resonated. Let's see who's on here. All right. Love and light again, Sky. Love and light again, Maria Grace. I know I spoke with you all. Thank you guys for coming on. Love and light, Marcus. Love and light again, Cassandra. Love and light, Mark again. Traveling or not. Love and light, Karen. Love and light, Sri Rambabwadi. Love and light again, Crayon Eater. Love and light, Pigeon 4 again. Love and light. Love and light, you guys. If I miss anybody, oh, love and light, Justin. All right, we're good. I'm all caught up. I'm like, whoa. All right. It's been a while. It's kind of freaky being on here. So that was pretty short and sweet, but just saying, I mean, wasn't a doom and gloom message. Something to look forward to. And you know what? If you were perhaps, I say this tongue in cheek, right? Perhaps looking for something to look forward to. Ta-da! All right. But if no one has any questions for the free tarot at this time, no worries. The bell will again ring. And I'm going to go on ahead to pile number 2 because, again, like I said, I don't have too much time to share with you at the moment, okay? But this too shall pass and come back around again, all right? It's not the last live stream. Don't worry, you guys. It's just been a while, I know. All right, so pile number 2. Ooh, we got to talk. Glass half full. It's not the vibes, babe. Glass half full, not the vibes. This would be the epitome of lack mindset. I'm not having the full glass. I am less than full, right? I got you on the next one, Cassandra, I promise. Okay. But here's the sitch the whole time. And I don't know, pile number 2, if you've been drinking a lot or what, okay? Current energies is giving assed out. I'm hearing broken hearted from, is that Brandy, Monica? I don't know, one of them, right? So maybe there's something about that, right? Glass half full. Nobody loves me. I can't make you love me. Maybe this is stemming from love, heartache energy, or just rejection, okay? This could be a little bit of mental perception too, babe. We got to talk. Because the whole time, the ace is standing. And we know, and if you don't know, now you know, aces talk about divine breakthrough, assistive type energy. It's not combative. It's not restrictive. This wand ain't for beating, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's beating a path for you. That's it. Okay? But this ain't it. This, you know, you should actually look up and then also walk away from the bad vibes, the woe is me, the lack mindset, the lack mentality. And swords, we know that suit often talks about that mental state. All right. It's like even on the good days, you're like, yeah, I'm trying my best, man. It's like, bam, the last I've seen the sun, this might be actually more accurate. Let me stop. Like, ooh wee, girl, how you live? Damn, even the sun looked like it was crying. You see the I mean, I guess maybe it could be like goth punk song. Oh, why is it trying to be all blurry? Goth punk sun, right? It's all smudgy with looking like what's her name? Gaga when she played Harley Quinn. She all smudged her shit up and stuff. I low-key want to learn how to do that. Like I'd be trying to play around and I'm just like, nah, girl, don't be. I'll walk around looking like a panda bear by accident. Like, oh, it was not meant to look cute. Like a button nose and stuff on it. But yeah, I don't know. I'll be trying to experiment. And maybe some of you do that as well. Because look at this girl also representing this person. Could be guy, girl, what have you. And could be guy, girl, what have you on the makeup, right? And what of it, right? Okay, so I gotta stay focused. All right, so we're gonna drive this home. The whole time, if you actually start pouring into you, not whatever you was pouring in previously, but I mean pouring your own energy, what you are lack mentality about, right? Oh, don't has partner, don't has perfect job, don't has this, don't has that, right? Put your coach hat on. All right. So I get it. You can't just go and trust me. I know you cannot make someone love you if they don't. Right. I got that. You got that. Okay. So we're caught up. Right. But at the same time, you can attract them by doing you. Right. Oh, when's the last you looked in the mirror and shot you a compliment before anyone else could? Even if you're somebody that you go, well, usually people compliment me and I get a little, and I don't really, okay, right? Some of us don't even have that much. So hold on, get grateful and alchemize that around, because really that's coming from a place of lacking confidence. And we can't have that. It's new earth. You rock, you're a baddie, guy, girl, what have you, to be clear. And so there's no other option. There's no other version of you here. The other ones, remember how you fought to make sure that they didn't make it to this point because they were not serving you, right? Because they were holding you back. They were staying around the people, and they were staying in the jobs, and they were participating and consenting. There's that word again. Gosh, what are we? Whew, let me get out of that. I'm talking to somebody who's intuitive enough to know better. Even when you don't know, you know. Okay, you just have to tap in. You just have to slow down. You just have to pour into you. You just have to look in. You just have to be quiet. You just have to get still. You just have to deconnect. You just have to detox. You just have to get slow. You just have to tap in, ground. Okay? You're fine otherwise. You're doing the work otherwise. You're in alignment otherwise. All right. And so what you have to look forward to is the new perception that this ain't that. This is not half nothing. Okay. If you actually weren't so hard on yourself, pal number 2, you'd notice easily the growth. You look like a freaking unicorn in spirit, whether guy, girl, what have you, to be clear. All right. This is like not ordinary. All right. This is like the best of the best. On the other side of you actually holding on to that perception, the clarity, that is the truth of the matter, right? This ain't even delusion. You've been delusion into some other shit that went like, I'm losing, I've lost out on life, I have nothing, no one. Like, that's the delusion, to be clear, okay? Whole time here goes you. You connect back to ancient Egypt. You know what you're doing. This is not your first rodeo. You are strong. Understatement, right? I'm a little tired, so that's an understatement. I can at least offer you that. Me saying you're strong is an understatement. All right. Just saying. Now, there could be some significance to LGBTQ plus community vibes. I don't know if maybe that is where the wound kind of came into with the, rejection perhaps. And even then, you guys, rejection is literally your own protection. Could you imagine? I get it. You can't make, I keep saying this, you can't make somebody love you, right? But at the same time, isn't that helpful? Like, because could you imagine if you could and they hated you every fucking day, right? While you just loved on them. How is that working? How would that work? How would that not end up extremely badly, right? Toxic, worse, right? So many things come to mind. So many things in a bad way, right? Okay, so it's okay. But what's not okay is you not loving yourself. That's never an option. That was never an intended mentality. That's not nice to you. It's not loving. And why would you think you know how to love anyone else if you can't do you first? I'm waiting. Huh? Okay. Fix it. Okay. You're the baddie. Nobody else is better than you being the best version of you. No contest. You are the prize. You won. Okay. That is the reality of the whole entire situation. Okay. So you choose from this point, because, this glass half full also talks about, ask me how I know. It's not a judgment call, just saying the need for repetition, perhaps, at this choice to do, what was it again? Girl, rewind it back when it uploads, please. Okay, because I have to go in like a few short minutes. But I love you, though. I want you to get this, so please rewind it, okay? You promise? Okay. All right. So, pretty much wrapping that up on pile number 2. The energy was explicit, but at the same time, it was clear, wasn't it? If I do say so myself. I need to rewind that one back, probably. Probably do. I'm part of the collective too, y'all. Okay, here we go. Let me just scroll back up to make sure I didn't miss. Okay, so I see the first person following the rules and asking a question. It's Cassandra. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Okay, let me see. So funny, I made a video about just that. That was around Valentine's, I guess. Yeah. Well, let's see. We got a yes. That's surprising. You know, me on a personal note would have been like, Cassandra, but you're free to utilize your free will. All right. I'm not gonna lie, the card said yes. And I'm shuffling and the Lover's card just fell out. So just saying, communication is what Lovers means as well. So that's either way, it's a yes. Ooh. Let me know. Now I'm all feeling nosy. Cassandra. I'm all nosy. All right, let me focus. Okay, the time. Okay. All right, let's see here, Crayon Eater. Do you want to meet your twin flame? They're very triggering. Crayon Eater. You want that? All right, let's see here. Oh, we got a yes. Okay. What is this? The 4 of Cups. So we got a yes for Crayon Eater. Love and light to you and your twin flame. Woo. But you know what? My understanding is for most twins that even the ones that have yet to reconcile, there is an angel reconciliation, an energy, an essence, an agenda in our midst. And, you know, you have your free will to cling on to that if you'd like. But I personally would advise to please and thank you, find a way to simultaneously continue to move forward and, you know, keep restrictions out of things, right? You are free. You're free to, if that person that you know to be your twin flame doesn't have words for you, doesn't have anything at all to give to you, what's in a title, right? That's why people that make like $1 billion a year at such and such corporation, if the environment's not right, they still go to bed angry at night. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, what's in a title? And, you know, that's not me coming from a place of being bitter. I promise you guys, for anyone wondering. But I feel like that's just the smartest approach. I mean, my goodness, would you ever put yourself in a box under a rock, you know, in some sort of stifling situation for any other person? And if the answer is yes, you got to really question why you would do that to you, because you're in charge of you saying, yeah, we're going to be restricted. We're going to be stifled. We're going to be perhaps abused emotionally, perhaps physically. We're going to be, you know, triggered left and right because of unrequitedness, and to just sign up for that, I feel personally is kind of nuts. But again, free will, man. No judgment, only love and light. I feel like I came on judgy today, but man, the energy is like 0 to hero with some of this stuff. And it's been a while with the live stream. I know I'm not a mindful live streams are a lot of energy, but man, it was like, wow. I don't know if maybe the channels are clearer. And so, I don't know. I wish I had somebody to talk to about that stuff sometimes, though. But yeah. Fellow psychics out there, unite. No, let me stop. All right. Okay. Love and light NSF. Welcome in. And thank you, Cassandra. I'm your reflection, so you already know. All right. Okay, now let me see here. Maria Grace is next. Okay. Okay. That's so funny. Every time you go OP, I go op. I'm like the op Capricorn. Op and Capricorn, you never want to see. So, Maria, we go through this, I think, every time. Forgive me. Okay, let me focus. Because I almost really read that wrong. I was about to be on one again, like 0 to hero. Hold on. All right, let me focus. Ooh. Sitting on the fence, eh? Sitting on the fence with this hangman energy. But let me see here, because something happened before the hangman came out. And initially, I was going to low-key be lazy. Oh, wait, hold on. There's two. Oh, my gosh, there's three. Shut up. Wait, hold on. Okay, let me see here. Ooh, man. All right, so here's the sitch. OP is sitting on the fence, right? And maybe it's in the sense of like planning, right? Is it in the sense of planning? Could you clarify, Spirit? The deck got real tight. Man, no. So this person has like a mother or mother figure that they're viewing or is somehow in the way. Could be in the way energetically, right? And maybe, I'm not saying it like, oh, this mom 1010% has to know about you, because I'm reading energy, right? So the way I'm reading it, it's like, either way, because she exists in his world, there's some sort of perceived problematic situation. And you know what? Maybe that's normal because, you know, his mother, if that is the case, if this is a mother figure or somebody that is, you know, maybe just, you know, I really feel like it's not an older sister because, I mean, both the queen, initially the Queen of Cups and then the Queen of Pentacles came out in clarification of her. So, you're looking into a move. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting confused. Okay, Sky. Okay, I'll get to you in 1 second. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, babe. No, baby. Okay, back up. Good girl. Distractions. Okay, so this person could have them, I mean, you know, maybe they do a lot for them, and maybe you do know about that, maybe you don't. Or maybe they're just like, you know, work life, home life balance would have to be different. But I don't see this person coming in like right away. But it's interesting. I look down and the bottom of the deck is currently the Page of Cups. This card is often used as an indicator for an offer. And, you know, cups do speak of offers of love. So there's that, right? So it's not like a hell no, but it's like, don't hold your breath at the moment, right? That's the best way I can read the energy, babe. And the cards seem to back it up. So, but much love and light to you and this person. That's a lot. You know, it's a lot when you're making change, whether intentionally or unintentionally, even if you're excited about the change, right? I mean, how many couples go through that? It's like, oh, we're so excited to be together. But going from like point A and like going throughout that whole freaking process to like point B, even though every step of the way you're like, yeah, this is worth it. It's going to be so great. You get tired, you get bruised, banged up a bit, you know, you get disheveled, you know, it's not always pretty. It's not always with the snap of a fingers that change happens as well. But yet change is inevitable, isn't it? It's interesting. Change. So, Maria, it's not a no, babe. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, let's see here, Sky. All right, you have a question. We're going to move. Okay, we're see. Okay. Okay. In Europe. Okay, let me see here. All right. Wow, that is a very emphatic no. Somebody that may or may not be connected to overseas might seem to have make sense because it is a soulmate. I want to say this of two ways. Forgive me, Sky. I wouldn't just make stuff up, but this is what I'm hearing like at the same time. It's like Lenny doesn't it's like Lenny doesn't like that person, that idea, that plan. All right? But it's also like this person's not good. They're trying to block the rest of that shit. This person, that idea, not good. I get it. Kind of made sense because there is a soul connection there, or like a cut cords. Cut cords. Don't you know this person from a past life, but it's giving karmic energy. It's giving, even if you don't want to say it that way, it's giving low vibrational, not good enough, not high enough of a. I'm like trying to make up words for like shit that even if it made sense and I could get it out would probably not sound regular. So I'm like trying to watch. But yeah, hopefully you got the gist. I'm on point, right? Because I look down, I'm like thinking, gosh, I hope she gets that. And it's like, yeah, you're gonna get that if you didn't get it yet. Because I'm speaking straight facts. All right, so I'm gonna get out of that energy because I do not like it over there, wherever that is. Over there, with whatever that is. Okay, so next. All right. His mom seems protective. Maria, yeah, but no, but see, Maria, because sometimes the moms, I mean, I don't know, but sometimes they treat them like husbands, the sons. I don't know that they like think that they're doing that, but I don't know. He might do stuff for her. Like it's like, okay, Ma, did you need me to come over and do the blah 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 for the thing, or this is kind of giving like I don't know if you'll get the reference, but there's like this show, Mike and Molly, right? And it's like Mike's mom, like she just made shit up to be like, Mikey, I need you to come over here because he got a girlfriend and she was threatened. She was threatened that he was going to just leave her alone, die by herself, you know. Right. So maybe it's a bit of that. And maybe it's not really about you. I don't even know if they necessarily talk about you, if that makes like, but that, I mean, to be clear, I didn't mean it like because you're never on his mind. I just don't know how open he is, anyways, and definitely with his mom. I don't know how open he would be with his feelings. I'm not sure there. Love and light, Jay. Love and light, Spoonie Noms. Welcome, welcome. So, you guys, yeah, that's it. So, all right, pile number 3 we're going to get into, and then I promise I'm going to ring the bell and get us out of here, okay? Now, pile number 3. What you've got to look forward to is giving it all you've got, but to your success, not to your detriment. All right, so that tells me perhaps in some ways you're sitting on the fence. And this is also why I say pile number 2 kind of seemed to high key sort of connect for many, maybe not all of you. Connecting to pile number 2, you may connect with pile number 3 is what I'm inartfully trying to get out. Oh, I'm glad you made it to your therapy, Spoonie, and welcome. Okay, so here's the sitch. Some of you can be your own worst enemies, huh? Right? You get up in your head and you're like playing devil's advocate to a T. Next thing you know, you have horns. And they can hurt because they can stagnate when you wear them. Just saying. We're talking swords again. Perhaps we're talking simply and solely mentality. All right. This is like you thinking of you, your capabilities, your gifts, perhaps, your skills and talents as smaller than what they really truthfully are, less powerful than what they really truthfully are. Okay. This is operating in a level of distortion. Again, connecting to that mental space, perhaps. And I get it. This is no judgment. When you're going through like a collapse of like one timeline, one by one and you are ascending and you are doing everything that you possibly know to do to assist yourself as well as the collective energies. right? You're gonna get your hair messy. You're gonna catch a tear or two in those eyes, honey, right? So to be clear, I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, they're being called out and they have to be embarrassed. There's none of that. Your skin may feel raw enough already. Some of us, those ascension symptoms. Oh, and I do recall at the moment, forgive me, those that connected to pile number 2, you could have um, a synchronicity that was given to me was right jaw pain, a twitch in the right jaw. It's kind of like in the back part, of almost like into the neck. I felt. So if that's you, and you're saying, what the heck was pile number 2 about? You may resonate with pile number 2 as well. I meant to actually deliver that synchronicity with the freaking message, right? But maybe I wasn't supposed to. So maybe if you're listening to that right now and you just tuned in, pile number 2 may be your pal, babe, right? Much love and light either way. But gosh, that was painful. And I wouldn't wish that condition, situation, or experience on anyone. Like that hit, and I was like, the synchronicity. But yeah, energy, right? Okay. Anyways, so moving on, right? I see that whoever you are intending to become, you are. And the reason why I say that is because, ain't no way you're just going to say a page all talking about, I'm just the best. I'm just the pagiest of all the pages. I'm the top page, right? Like nobody. don't don't talk like that if you were, okay? Because that's not hitting the mark. You can go so much higher than a page. Just saying, if you don't know, now you know, right? But I know, y'all know, okay? It's just nice to talk about how you're no longer at that page, right? Okay. And for those that feel like maybe you are, this too shall pass, okay? I see your building. Continue to do that, okay? Watch the double-mindedness with whatever you're pouring into or looking to execute. Some of you, this is school. Some of you, this is like projects. Artwork comes to mind as well. Building could be actually in the literal sense, okay? Some of you could be engineers, hearing lawyers as well, okay? Continue to trust your intuition, all right? But what I can't see any longer for you, and I mean, seriously, you got to make the choice. Make this decision now. The double-mindedness has to stop. You cannot be at high priestess level and at the same time walking with all 8 wands. To the point where, hell, I thought this was 8 of swords. So that tells me you've got a level of passion for what you're building, and at the same time, you feel like it's beating your ass, huh? But that also somehow connects back to the mental space, the emotional space, maybe more aptly, because wands do talk about satiation at the emotional level, especially personally with self. All right. So if that's you and you resonate with that double-mindedness, disjointedness, right? Hot and cold with self to self, even, you really have to go in and clean that up, right? Even if you have to proverbially duke it out from self to self, right? Get in there and hash it out with both of them personalities rotting around in there if you gotta, okay? Just to come to the finality where you are back to baseline. And for those that maybe forgot, that is calm, peace, and serenity. That is our birthright as well as our baseline energy. All right. Baseline energy is not cortisol shooting through the roof, hair standing on edge because of fear, right? Breath being short and shallow. That's none of that is, to be our intended normal state. All right. I get it. Many of you resonate with exactly what that feels like because you've lived it as your normal. Please be mindful right now. You are to intentionally reverse out of that. It's very important that you pay attention to your central nervous system as well as your emotional body. Okay. And if you don't know what that means, please, you've got the technology, if you're seeing and hearing me, to look it up. All right. I implore you. It's very important for right now that you know that. Okay. Um, but you're going to the 10 of Cups. Okay. You're going to see brighter days. You're going to feel that proverbial sun on your skin again. Okay. It's interesting because this 10 of Swords is pretty lit, right? I'm talking about sun. Could be connected to Sun God Ra, could protect you. Right? It's like you look like you're going through all of this and you know exactly what all of this feels like, but at the same time, you are being protected. There is some sort of fire polishing process going on here. It's giving, you know, there's a reason why it is touted um, that, you know, God, as it were, says, touch not my anointed. Maybe that's maybe that's the reason there's really no one around for those that resonate with that, connecting to power number 3. They can't be, honey, you're too hot. I try to think who sings that song. I think it's Bruno Mars. Too hot, hot damn. Dun, 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 dun. All right. That's why. It's not because you are less than. It's not because you are lag. It's not because you are weak. It's not because you have lost. It's not because you are late. It's not because you are being punished. It's because you are so great. And I know you don't want to hear that, baby, because I don't want to hear it every time I have to either. But at the same time, which is the better position if you have to take one? Do you want to be on the end where you're doing things that place you in alignment to be the best version of self and to experience the best outcome that any potential timeline has for you? Mm-hmm. Or do you or do you want to be the one that, you know, missed the mark, essentially? Then you'd have to talk about that. Right now you don't, though, as long as you continue like you've been, babe. Just don't give up is what I'm saying, right? It's not a doom and gloom message. It's a thank you message. It's a great job message. It's a I know that was not easy message. Mm-hmm. It's almost a message of, man, how'd you actually, you know, you almost want to ask, how'd you do, how are you still standing? How are you still smiling? How do you still love? Right? But at the same time, isn't it pretty powerful to know exactly how? Because you made the choice to operate out of your power and your free will. And you only gave consent to the things, people, and places that assisted you and did not take from you. Right? So don't be apologetic now, babe, when you're on top. For those that can resonate. Make sense? Please stop thinking of yourself as lesser than. I know it's hard when you're on the mountaintop, per se, or with that eagle-eye view. People, places, and things do look smaller. When you're not looking at yourself so much and you're always looking outside of you, you can start to forget how big you are. So again, just like pile number 2, pile number 3, you're being called to reconnect back into you, right? But not in a disillusioned way, not in a distorted way, not in a half-assed way, right? But in a give it all you've got way. Because as long as you're giving you, all of you that you have to give, anything and or anyone first, right? I'm sure you know the rest. If you don't, email me, book a personal reading, right? Let's get to the bottom of how you're getting to this 10 of Pentacles, all right? And for those that are single right now, I know something you don't know. No, let me stop. No, you know, though. You're just acting like you don't, okay? I can see it in the cards, all right? Page of Cups coming in. Why? Because of Two of Cups, right? Want to give you, want to give reciprocity, want to know you, love you right, do you right. Keyword right. Some of you, it's also, you should add the other words, this time. Some of you already know this person coming back. Some of you, this is somebody you've yet to meet. And they're going to act right. They're going to act like they know you, whether you have to say this time around or not. Okay? Why is that, though? Let's get back to the sun energy. You see it? Don't deny it now. Don't deny that that rejection was divine protection now, right? Don't wait till this person comes in to see that, is what I'm saying, right? Because on the other side of you, dying unto self, right? No longer being that other version of you, the weaker version of you, the double minded version of you, the yes, no, I don't know, how about now, maybe so version of you, right? On the other side of you, really stepping into who you are, the master manifester, the alchemist. On the other side of you, continuing to build what you're doing, anyways, right? But bam, power couple energy, whether guy, girl, what have you. Take your pick of the choices. The message stands. I love that for you. Love and light. All right. So this is the final bell ring. All right. If you have yet to receive your free tarot message for this particular live stream and you are following along the rules nicely, you are able to place your free question according to those live stream rules in the chat box now. If this is where I leave you, thank you for hanging out with your girl. Thank you for keeping the vibe high. All right. And thank you for your patience. Really, your girl went through a lot and still healing out of a lot. Um, and, still hopeful for a lot as well, for myself as well as the channel, of course, but all of us individually. You guys have no idea. I really do do my part in spirit to go to bat for my collective. In fact, this morning I looked over each and every one of your names that had been subscribed at the time of this morning, and I prayed blessings for you. I love you that much. And especially because those of you, maybe you were looking forward to the live stream, the free tarot, and all that jazz, and I wasn't able to deliver. I need you to know I was being obedient to spirit as well. There were times I tried. Okay, there were times I tried, collective. All right. And, it just wasn't the time. Divine timing, we talk about it all the time. Hello, hey, hi, right? Makes sense. Okay. So it is what it is. But I see you actually is riding for your girl. And I just wanted you to know, in case you ever wondered, I was already riding for you. Okay. And so thank you. I appreciate y'all more than I can even express currently. So I don't want to ugly cry. I have to go somewhere, look like I know what my name is and stuff, right? So we can't do that right now. But I need you to know I love you guys so, so much. Um, much love and light, Laura. I apologize. I really have to get going. I'm so sorry, babe. Um, yeah, I'm scheduled. Okay. So, all right. I love you guys so much. Sorry it was a little messy at times here, but I don't regret it because I'm glad we got to be together, and I'm glad I at least got to try. Um, Keyword try maybe, to share the sentiment of how much I really do appreciate y'all rocking with me, how much I do love y'all, and how much you are just always in my heart. And I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. You guys do keep me going. And I really look forward to the next live stream. If for whatever reason I miss you on the free tarot question this time around, I got you on the next time. I promise. Um, Definitely not intentional. And thank you for those that maybe subscribed today for your first time. Hopefully you enjoy, whatever else you see and experience on this channel. Today was a little off, I'm not going to lie. But it is what it is. And I love you guys nonetheless. And thank you. Mwah. I don't even remember how to turn off the live stream, you guys. That's so crazy.